the two fastest women in the world on one team running the last two legs. So on paper, just given best times, the United States has the best team. It's a question of speed versus technique.
In 1960, Wilma Rudolph won 3 golds, the 100, the 200, as she anchored the 4x100 relay. Flojo going for her 3rd gold, 100, 200, and running the 3rd leg.
And Charlie, to sort of follow up on the point of the concentration, you have to look at this race much like you look at the 110-meter hurdles. Even though you've got 8 people, 7 other competitors beside yourself, running hurdles next to you, in front of you, and back of you, you really have to concentrate on just your flight of hurdles. These women have got to concentrate on just their lane of running and their stick passes. They cannot allow their concentration to be broken by assuming that one team is behind or in front of them. They've got to make crisp passes because each one of these teams is equally talented and they are equally unsure about their passing.
Perhaps the Americans a little more unsure about their passing. You know, there's been turmoil surrounding the selection of this team, and also the fact that they haven't had really a race where they have had good stick passing.
But by American terms, I guess you could say, Charlie, they've had a lot of practice. They were in the semifinals, so at least they've had one good round where they've gotten the baton around, and I think we'll see a much better pass between Florence Griffith Joyner and Evelyn Ashford than we saw in the semifinals.
I suspect also they've been over at the practice track just outside the stadium working on this the past hour plus time.
I'm more concerned about the pass between Sheila Eccles and Florence Griffith Joyner. That pass must improve over the semifinal. Florence did not take off. She played it very, very safe, which is smart, but now you've got to go for it.
Sheila Eccles, and that's the long back straight with just a little bit of a curve that you point out, because sweeping turns here at Olympic Stadium, so it changes your strategy just a bit. Not a lot, but just a bit. One more thing to think about.
Also, Alice Brown did not run that close to the lane line out of the block. She ran a wonderful curve and had a tremendous start, but by comparison to the East German first leg and Zilka Moeller, she ran much closer to the line. So that's also important. Another, a meter here and there in this relay can make the difference.
Alice Brown to Sheila Eccles, who you see here, then to Flojo, Florence Griffith Joyner, and then handing off to Evelyn Ashford, who will anchor. Here we go. They're in the blocks. Lane 2 is open. Jamaica has scratched. Alice Brown closing the stagger on Bulgaria. She is burning up the turn. Here's the pass. It's a good one. There's 1 down, 2 to go.
Much better than in the semifinal. This is the critical pass for the U.S.
Will Flojo start out fast enough?
Excellent.
But they're behind at this point.
That's East Germany. To Evelyn. Marlies Gurr is anchoring, and here come the Soviets. East Germany. Here comes Evelyn Ashford. She does it. 41.97. She wipes her brow. She's glad that's over. And they did it as a foursome, the way you're supposed to do it.
Sorry, that one.
That 41.97, the fastest time in the world this year.
Alice Brown gets out very well. In fact, I think she had the fastest first leg. So she passed off to Sheila Eccles very, very well. This was a good pass. Out, in, boom.
And that was a critical pass. Now Sheila can run and really concentrate on Florence taking off. And Florence, much improved pass between Sheila Eccles and Florence here. Got the stick and just took off. But look at the East Germans.
Florence was behind, and the U.S. was going to be behind with the handoff. Evelyn Ashford is going, oh, please, don't let me be too far behind.
And for Evelyn, the anchor of her life.
That pass was not a work of art, but that was a wonderful straightaway. Doesn't hurt to have the second fastest woman in the world anchoring.
Here's the pass from Sheila to Flojo.
And look at Sheila on the outside of the lane and going inside. Very smart. That saves some time. It saves some distance.
But Florence grabbed for the baton. We were lucky there. She should have just held out her hand, but that's all right. And then this pass, Florence Griffith Joyner had regained some of what was lost. Good pass. That was a very good pass. Evelyn is a good relay runner. She just held back her hand, didn't move it, waited for the baton to be put in her hand, and then grabbed it. She didn't even try to move it around. Wherever she could get it and hold on to it, that's it. You don't waste time. And she relaxes and drives through the finish. She wanted that. Look at the look on her face.
And you saw Pomoshnikova, the Soviet Union. She pulled up. I'm not sure if it was third or fourth, but there are the Americans. Let's go down to Dave. They're watching.
Evelyn Asher saying, "Go, Evelyn, go," as she looks at the replay. Evelyn, Alice, and Sheila. First of all, let's start with Alice. You started off. You were out of the blocks in a hurry. Tell us about your pass.
Well, right now, this is our first time in. She's been able to pass together. So what it was, each race that we ran, we tried to open up more and more so we can feel more confident. So it ended up being pretty good. Thank you.
Your pass to Florence, who's not here because she had to go back to get ready for the 4x4, looked like you had a good pass with Florence.
It was pretty good. It could have been a little bit better, but it was still good. I guess we were all just a little bit hesitant on the handoffs, but we knew we had the speed, and that was just our main concern, was passing the stick.
And then Evelyn, coming from Florence, to take a look at the monitor. Step over here. When you got it, you had a heck of a race with the Soviets and the East Germans.
I felt like I didn't get out very good. They were moving. Yeah, and I just wanted to get the stick. I got about that much to spare. Ooh. I barely got it. I just had to dig it and go. It was good. I'm proud of us. We said a prayer for our relay. It worked. We did it.
No more worries about the handoffs. Congratulations.